And arguably, the most important story is the story that we tell ourselves. And by that, I mean, if what you tell yourself is that you are one out of 50, one out of 1,000, one out of 20,000, and you couldn't possibly make a difference, then that's going to make a difference to you. It's going to make a difference in your ability to change or to make change. And so it's incredibly important that we're very aware of that voice in our head. It's very important that we are aware of what story we may be writing in our own head about a particular situation. Are we telling ourselves the same story that was happening 2 years ago, but actually there's a different story now? Are we telling ourselves that we're not good enough or that we can't make a difference? It makes a huge difference to our ability to make change. And so I actually am also going to pause here for maybe 90 seconds and have you reflect on what story are you telling yourself? And is it helping you in making a difference in your cultural change? So here's the story I hope you're telling yourself. You are important. You are making a difference. And your story is part of the bigger story, not just in your organization, but actually in our movement altogether. Because we are better together. And there is a story about the Agile movement. There is a story about how we collectively are showing up in organizations. So you're not doing it on your own. And the more that we tell our stories to each other in, venues like this, the better we are collectively. We learn from each other and we begin to feel permission to tell our stories. And that makes a really big difference in our ability to keep going, because this is hard work. This is the work of not just changing the culture of a company, but actually in some ways changing the culture of society. So one story at a time, we find common ground, we find common purpose, and we move this movement forward. So I will end with one last slide. If you don't tell your story, someone's going to tell it for you. So who is telling your story? Is it you? And that is what I have for slides.